They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one was played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels will put total leather to crank us up. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Washington State Cougars offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact? David.
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team.
He's loose. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they understood the challenge coming in. Like, he is elusive. He is a game breaker. They were not going to let his legs beat him. That's what they told us anyways. And so far on this first drive, great job getting to him and getting the sack.
Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense has its first opportunity of the day. This offense has it with really good field position. Give to the running back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back has it. Shows him the stiff arm. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Cougars are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Got his back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. They run the reverse. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man to the left. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Look out, he's got room. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got it behind the line. It's hot. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So first down here as they go back to work. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38. These guys are on the move. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential. Got it! Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quick strike complete. And he will score! Touchdown, Rebels!
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is
out of space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They get to him as he throws. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. No midseason concentration laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it, just gifting your opponent great field position.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Under fire. Forced out of the pocket. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The offense will have to use its first time half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield at Simmons. Wide out trying to get it in. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 3rd and goal where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Looking for room, it's Diggs. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Makes the grab. Oh, he got loose. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. To the air, it's Simmons. Fires it incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll return it from around the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. Tight end now in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got his man. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
They'll go to the toss. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just have...
There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Sends it downfield. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O. The Rebels with an absolute gift to start this drive with goal to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being hard. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Washington State going quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to...
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback running on the draw.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Johnson. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Under fire. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wallace. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the line and the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a